Hello.
Welcome back to the... fuck this.
To the dry desert in Paper Mario once again.
Welcome back to Mushroom Isis,
Mushroom Isis.
where we...
Constantly blow things up.
I mean, that's one thing. We're gonna have to rename a bunch of these episodes now, because all of them are different.
Yep.
Because what we had before, we can't...
Hello.
Oh. Hey, you piece of shit. How'd you know? Who told you to find this place?
You did. Oh my god, he's green. Yes, my
I can just imagine...
Mustafa is my name. When I'm out and about in Dry Outpost, I use the name Sheik.
You know, I can imagine this guy, like, he's like just one of those people with like a basket with a snake and just a flute, and he's like, and then the snake's sitting there, and it's just, and it looks like, I don't know, like it's just not even a snake, it's just a mouse penis.
Oh god.
It's like, I control the snake.
It's his penis.
Yeah, and it's just like the weirdest Mario porn ever, and it's just dangling around, and that's the boss. It's just this giant, massive dick, and he just whacks the crap out of you.
Oh, jeez, oh, fuck.
I wonder if that's what.
No, go ahead. Finish your statement.
Like, I can just
Please,
imagine.
I'm interested.
I can just imagine. You're interested in big cocks and fighting each other and like.
No.
No, like what? Like I bet that's like I'm pretty sure there's a porno.
That's like a
of,
fetish. It has to be a fetish.
Well, yeah, no shit, but like I mean, like yeah, it's sword fighting. They call it sword fighting or something like that.
Well, there's these types of there's these. Whoa, fuck you, piece of shit. There's this type of sea snail. You know.
Which can't move anywhere.
No, actually.
Or
Oh.
you ran into that.
Yeah, I did. When I meant sea snail, I meant slug.
Mm-hmm.
That, when it comes time to, mate, since they're, they're, God.
Took your coin.
Yes, he did. God, what's the word for it? There's no sex. There's no sex. There's no male. There's no female until it comes time to mate. And
isn't that what sex is? There's no sex until you want to have sex.
No, what I'm saying is that there's no male and there's no female. There's no gender. And when it comes time to mate, two slugs will meet up and they'll be like, oh yeah.
How are we gonna do this?
How about we penis fence? And they fence of the penis.
I don't think that's what I was getting at with my one subject, but I was trying to get at there's probably...
You meant penis and you meant fencing of swords. And I was like,
yeah,
oh.
I didn't mean that. Like fucking slugs like wanting to fence each other.
Well, it's actually a
with their
scientific term. It's called
fence.
Penis fencing. It's a scientific term used with the...
No wonder why everybody thinks...
species.
No wonder why everybody thinks fencing is gay.
Most people think that actual wrestling is gay.
I mean, I can see why they would think that because it's literally two dudes, wrestling around with their sweaty bodies.
Oh my god, what's going on? It's Rackzilla.
Oh, he did it.
I did it. He must have found the ruins.
No, but
he must have found the way.
Oh god.
I'm sorry.
He found the way.
He found the way.
Mario know the way.
Yes.
I mean, I don't think that really fits this whole game because, Knuckles
Wait until we get back to the island of Yoshi's.
That's a game I want to actually get into. I want to play a Sonic game.
Well, we'll put that into to be determined games.
I don't know which Sonic game I want to do though.
How about we do them in order from?
I don't want to do them in order because there are way too many Sonic games to do in order. I'd
Well,
rather.
how about we start with the 3D ones, and then we'll do the 2D ones.
Maybe. I don't know.
Because I've been dying to play DX and
I think-
Advanced Battle 2 for a while.
I think I actually want to play Sonic Mania because they made. I give Sega credit for once. That game
It's fun.
is superbly good. That is the like they actually made a good Sonic game. Like they didn't actually fuck it up this time. Because you know what they did? They took everything that was good about the Sonic,
And
the old
merged them
Sonic,
into one.
and what they did was they made it a bit more flashy. They added a whole bunch of new things that are just as fun as it was in the old Sonic games. And it's
Yeah.
like, this is what we were talking about. This is what we needed.
This is what we wanted for the longest time, you pretentious bastards.
Yeah, it was just kind of like, holy fuck. Finally, we got something good.
Oh yay! Speaking of getting something good,
It was amazing. Like, I've played the game for a little bit, and it was already amazing. I was like, this is my childhood.
I loved the old Sonic games. I really do.
A lot of people do because it's, they were good.
The last good 3D Sonic game was Generation.
I guess I can solidly agree with that. I'm not gonna say firmly. I give
Oh
it.
fuck. Sorry.
I said solidly simply because it's just because I can agree with a little bit of that. I liked how they brought back the one thing that I liked about it was they brought back all the old they pretty much retroed it where
They brought
it was
everyone
new.
into the game.
mm-hmm. The new Sonic Forces game that they have out now,
Not criminally garbage,
no, it is. It
but
is.
well, not for me. I actually
You never-
enjoy it.
You've played it?
I've played it a
On
few
what?
times. I played it on the Switch.
Oh, you bought it for the Switch?
Yeah, and it's actually pretty fun on the Switch.
I have it for the PS4, and I didn't enjoy it really. I mean, because here's the thing: the only times I actually enjoyed it was playing as. There were only a few maps that I played as 3D Sonic,
Mm-hmm.
and then you had 2D Sonic or the old classic Sonic, and then you had Future Sonic. And playing some of the maps on Future Sonic were all right.
Right.
But here's the thing I didn't like about it, and this was, I feel, well, for starters,
Fool!
this was one thing that I liked, but one thing that I disliked about the game was the original characters. Because I liked the idea of having original characters. I get, like, it's something new that they wanted to do, and I
Right.
liked that. I think that was a good idea. They just fucked it up though, because it would have been it would have been a lot more fun if the characters had like overpowered like speed and strength like all the other characters do.
Yeah.
But no, they made you into a giant fucking pussy. And what's really dumb
Well,
is
Sonic fucking dies.
Sonic doesn't die.
Well, he sort of does at the beginning of the game, but
He doesn't. He gets his fucking butt plugged with enemies, and then
all the traditional enemies come back, and I thought that was cool as shit. I'm like,
well,
dude, I get to
define
fight Chaos again. That's fucking great.
like define traditional, because they have a bunch of those old new enemies, and they were kind of crap.
Oh, are you? I loved fighting Chaos
No, I get that. Chaos was pretty fun, and
and the
fighting Shadow, and then
and the ultimate life form boss in Advanced Battle 2 was actually pretty fun to do.
the what was it, Bio Lizard or something?
Yeah,
I haven't fought him yet. If you do fight him,
you do. And back when I was a kid, I could not beat him.
oh really?
Yeah, I could not beat him. And I replayed the game about a year ago, and I was like, dude, this game, I forgot how fun this game was. And then I beat him, and I'm like, wow, that was surprisingly difficult.
What was? But yeah, but something that, but it was just one of the things that I didn't like about the game is they went. It's like they did something good with Generations where they went back to some of their sources
Yeah,
and they kind of bring back some of the good stuff about Sonic, where they just made it fun because that's what Sonic games should be.
fun.
They shouldn't actually have to be super difficult. They should just be fun in that case. I mean, but well, the one thing, I guess the only thing I didn't like about Generations was the fact that the map, that freaking fire lava place, I forgot
Oh,
what it was,
God.
from Sonic 06,
Yep.
that place was still garbage, even in that game.
I got stuck on that for the longest time.
I was stuck on that map for like maybe an hour, and I don't, I shouldn't have been stuck on that map, but it was, again, garbage.
Wait a minute. No. Don't touch me. Don't touch me.
Yeah.
Die.
It was kind of like, but yeah, it was just kind of dumb, just the fact, because what they did in frickin' Sonic Forces was they went back to their bullshit storytelling, and what they should have focused on a bit more, which is what I love about Sonic Mania, was fun.
Mm-hmm.
They kind of unfocused the fun out of the game, and they just focused more about, like for Sonic Boom, they focused on strategy, when they should have, again, most the Sonic games should have been fun.
Yeah.
They need to take the fun factor into Sonic and make it fun. And the one reason why I liked Sonic DX, well, somewhat. I liked it because, I mean, it was one of my childhood games. But now that I'm actually wanting to judge it, it's like, they had a lot of fun maps. There was a lot of good,
I
well-rounded
love
maps.
that game.
I do too.
It's like in my personal top 10 favorite games of all time.
I mean, I know that it isn't the best because of the fact that I don't think they had a whole lot back then to begin with. But it was still a fun game when it came to like the boss areas. The areas were alright. It was fun too. They had fun. I felt like I had more fun in that game than some of the other ones.
Yeah, the fun got sucked out of Boom. And I played Boom all the way through.
You've played Boom?
Yes. I've played most of the Sonic games.
I refuse to play that one.
And after playing that, and when I played Forces, I'm like, well, at least it's a game.
Well, first of all, I'd rather have no game at all than a bad game. Because if that's the case, it feels like they wasted their time when they should have not. Where instead they should have just spent more time into development. That's actually one reason. That's why I like games that take longer to come out. Are probably going to be much better.
Mm-hmm.
Because they spent time with it. They spent a lot of time with it. And when you spend a lot of time with a game, you know it's going to be good. Like, gosh, what was this? There was this one game I forgot what it was called, but they spent 7 years on it, and it was a strategically based. It was like a strategy-based game, where it was I can't remember. It was this boy with his dog. I think it's just called Guardian or something.
Oh,
I
The
for-
Last Guardian.
Yeah, The Last Guardian. That game took. I think that game took about 7 years to make.
Which reminds me, we probably should play that in here sometime.
Yeah, eventually. We still have like so much
We
to
got
do.
so much to do.
I heard that game took 7 years to make, and I've seen gameplay of it, and it actually looks good.
Yeah, then we've watched some silly videos of it. And here's something in this game that I've never figured out until I was about 20, 4 years ago. I figured this out
24 years ago.
4 years ago.
So the day you were born, you figured this thing out. Like, oh, there's a secret in Paper Mario.
Well, I never knew that this was here until 4 years ago. And
Could you
then
imagine?
I was like, dude, I can't wait. It's a chest. What could it possibly be? Slogo.
Slogo badge.
It makes Mario unable to run.
Why would anybody?
Exactly. I don't know.
I think it's funny. Like, I can just imagine you coming out of your mother's womb, just like,
I know a secret
Paper. There's a secret.
of a game that has not even been released yet on a console that hasn't been released.
Paper Mario.
Yeah.
There's a secret chamber called Slogo. And
Where are they?
and your dad's just like, just pushes you back in. Like, he needs time to develop.
Oh, you want to know what's funny?
And
And,
then
this
you're
is
just-
no joke. This is no joke. Like when I was coming home from when the day came home from the hospital when I was born, the nurse handed me to my mom and said, "Have fun with this one."
That's,
Yeah.
well, that nurse is a bitch then.
So
What?
I don't know what I did, but
I don't even. I mean, I don't know what I did when I was born. I don't think anybody.
apparently I was a demon child.
Oh fuck. I was very mentally. I guess you can say I was very mentally disabled as a child, like more so than a normal child would be. Wow, what a douche! We let you free, and this is what you do.
I know, right? Now I have to smack you in the head with my hammer. He cried. I'm sorry. You look in pain.
That looks like something of. Gosh. That looks like the most severe ancient Egyptian anal beads. Like,
Oh my god. Really?
it looks like.
Is it chomp first or is it tail first?
I think it would be tail first, and then eventually, as the more you would slide it down, and then you just have a chomp thing on, like, as your asshole.
Oh
So,
my
like-
god.
That'd be
The
like
things we come up with,
That'd
man.
be like your new super move, like for Mortal Kombat. Like, what do you do? Like, what is a beach? It's like,
What is a beach?
she just pulls up her dress and she just like shits out a chomp at you.
Well, she always shits out a vegetable.
Yeah,
So that's something.
I mean, she already is bullshit in general.
Hello. I'm Chomp. I'm here to bite your people
Oh, I got
off.
the Triforce.
Hey, this is Bombette. She's here to blow you.
One thing I don't.
And not to mention, her name is Bombette, so I know she's female.
That doesn't mean anything. What if my name wanted? What if I wanted to be Robette?
How about Roberto? Roberta.
Roberta. Like
That'd be the female equivalent of Robert.
what is the female equivalent of? Would it be
Roberta, probably.
Would it be?
Maybe. It sounds about the same.
Oh wow, we got coins in and we got more coins in. I don't remember this place.
Well, it's a good thing we're revisiting it, right?
No, I don't remember having you go through all of this part. I remember getting to here, but I don't actually remember this part. The fuck are these?
These are
Wouldn't
these
it
are
be-
assholes.
Well, wouldn't it be better to switch to the turtle to hit all four of them?
It would be, but like when they're up like that, they have like amazing defense and it wouldn't do anything.
Wow. Let's fucking stomp turtles, why don't you?
Because okay, I'll place an example. Here's my most powerful attack at this point in the game. And it did nothing.
Okay.
So I have to systematically go through all these guys, jump on them.
I think you would like playing as I think you would like playing the South Park games because the South Park games
Are a lot like this.
are a lot like this, and you're much better at these than I am. Because I tried playing the South Park games on. I tried playing the Stick of Truth earlier, and I just sucked ass.
I love these kinds of games. They're so much fun.
I just could not play it. I lost interest in it. I loved the jokes in it, but I just wasn't that good at the game. So it was just like oh, okay.
Hey.
Oh gosh, what were we talking about? We were talking about Sonic.
Sonic, and then, well,
Like how they should have made a good
Sonic game.
better Sonic games, which they had a few good Sonic games, but I feel like they keep going.
turn back, thief. Your time is run out.
No, I'm pretty sure.
If you don't retreat at once, you'll be in grave trouble.
Yeah, fuck. Eat a dick, you piece of shit.
Speaking of, you know what? I'm just there's no transition here. Next time on Jason Fanes.
Since you're good at chopping dick, hey, why don't you chomp this dick? Yeah.